Hello Dropbox out there, it's a brand new week, so you guys know what that means. A new week with lots of new adventures to be had, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on my adventures that I get up to this week. It is my birthday week. I am 29 on Wednesday. Oh my god, I'm getting so old. Last of my 20s, and I've got a lot of celebrations planned this week. I'm not in work now till Friday evening, and I got up after a little bit of a lie-in. Didn't really sleep too well, so I'm surprised I'm so chipper considering it is literally so hot. Apologies if you can hear some noise in the background. I've got the fan on. It's literally hotter than Satan's armpit right now. I literally said to my mum, I really hope that it's nice and sunny for my birthday. When I said about wanting it to be nice and sunny, I did not mean a heat wave with weather feeling like it's going to be 39 degrees, which is insane. So I got up and had some toast in the company for my breakfast, had a nice cold shower that helped calm me down, watched a bit of TV and just listened to some music, had some bear cuddles, and my dad had put a little fan next to where my dog likes to lie to keep him nice and cool, which is so adorable. I then was just watching some TV, had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and then got myself ready to go off up to the high street and head off to have a look inside the charge shops. Got my bag and my headphones on and my hat and lots of sun cream on, and took some sun cream with me to reapply as I do not want to be getting sunburnt. And luckily there was a little bit of a breeze, so it wasn't as hot as I thought it was going to be, thankfully, which made it a little bit cooler. I then got up to the high street and had a look inside the charge shops, went up to one of the book shops and had a look in there, and I love the span of old books so much, and they had a load of Doctor Who books in there that I was having a look at, and I can't believe that Doctor Who might be getting shelved again, hopefully not. And then I went off to have a look in Aldi and had a look at the Best Buy section, and then went off and had a look inside the charge shops. I then went off to one of the cafes in the high street and got myself some nachos from there for my lunch, and I'm sure you guys those. The nachos in there are always so delicious. I really enjoyed those. And then on my way out from there, I got some mirror sauce from there that I'm sure they've always got such cute mirrors and lanterns and pretty funky wallpaper in there and really cool prints. I then went off to the flower shop and got some flower starts. I love that flower shop. It also has such beautiful bouquets of flowers and really pretty flowers with lots of colours, lots of roses and sunflowers, and I was having a lovely chat with the flower shopkeepers in there. I then got some plant starts. They just rearranged the windows, and they always have such beautiful plant displays in the windows with all the lovely succulents and cactuses and pretty patterned plants and plant pots. I then got 3 mirror selfies from there that I'm sure I got 1 mirror selfie in front of this mirror with all the bouquets of flowers around it, and then 2 from these mirrors with all these succulents around them. I then head off to have a look around at some more of the charge shops. I went into one of the craft shops, and then I went off into one of the other cafes and ended up getting a cookie dough milkshake from there to help cool myself down as it got pretty hot. And I'm sure you guys, the cookie dough milkshake I had from there was so delicious. I sat and chilled in there, and I had aircon in there and in the cafe that I'd gone to have the nachos in, so it was really nice going in places that had aircon to help cool down and keep cool. I then ended up getting some mirror sauce from there that I'm sure they also have really cool prints and wallpaper and lanterns and mirrors in that cafe. I then got chatting with one of the people who work in there, who was also lovely, and also have such great chats with them. I then went off to Aldi to get some bits for this evening. I'm having a pre-birthday celebrations / games night at Tash and Amelia's this evening, so I got some bits for that and dropped them off to Tash and Amelia's. I then made my way back from there, and whilst on my way back I was listening to music on my headphones and had just been chilling and managing to stay in the shade whilst making my way back, and reapplied my sun cream as I didn't want to be getting sunburnt, and ended up getting myself a drink on my walk back and had that. I then got back and I was just working on some new illustrations, putting some of those in and reading a little bit more of The Last Romeo, and watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat video and sea lion videos. And then I was just tidying up my office and my dollhouse a little bit and sorted my Bluetooth doll out into a new look, and I'll show you guys. Here's my Bluetooth doll's newest look, starting off with the shoes. She has this brown pair of cowgirl boots on, which have such beautiful details on. Then she has this yellow bag, which looks like it's made out of rope, with a lovely yellow vibrant colour. She then has these 2 sets of golden bracelets on. She then has a pair of blue denim jeans with this beautiful flower detail on. She then has a black and white striped top on, and this pink sunflower kimono on, a double chain necklace and a pink hat. This is the whole look. She looks like she's going to Coachella or Summer Festival, and I love this summer vibe. I then got some snaps of my Bluetooth Doll's new look and posted these onto my Bluetooth Doll's Instagram account. And then the ice cream man came round, so I treated me, my mum, my dad and my younger sister to an ice cream, and then my older sister popped around just in time, so I got her an ice cream as well. And I had a screwball, and I'm sure you guys, the screwball was so delicious. I had blue and pink sherbet with some blue sauce, and always loved the gumballs in the bottom of the cone. I was then just working on some illustrations and coloring some of those in, and I watched Voicemails to Isabel on Netflix, this new rom-com, and it is so beautiful. Had me quite emotional at times, and it's probably one of my favourite rom-coms of the year so far. And I'm now just going to be chilling by the fan, trying to stay cool before going off to Tash and Amelia's for my pre-birthday little party, games night, extravaganza, and I'm very excited for that, and to see you with a bit more to vlog later on this evening. Same time of the evening now, and I'm back from being at Tash's for pre-birthday celebrations for my birthday. That's on Wednesday. So I got dropped up there by my dad, got to the flat and helped get the spread ready, and me and Tash did a little bit of karaoke to start with, and then Jazz and Levi arrived, and then one of our colleagues, Karis, arrived as well, and Karis got me some presents and a card. So I opened the presents, and I've got the card to open on my actual birthday. And then I was just getting the games ready, and we played Disney Cards Against Humanity and played Muffin Time as well. And which goes a snap of the games that we played and the spread that we had. It's the first time opening Disney's Cards Against Humanity, and I did quite well. Not normally very good at it, but I managed to get quite a few cards. And then we played Muffin Time, which is quite a good game. It gets a little bit confusing, but was really fun, and the spread was really good. Tash had got some pizzas from Aldi, and I'd got some party hats from the Card Factory that we all wore. And then Levi had to go get the bus, so they headed off to get the bus, and then Karis headed home. I stayed with Tash and Jazz for a little bit longer, and then just before leaving, me, Tash and Jazz got some mirror selfies wearing the party hats. We did a normal one and a funny one, and I'm sure you guys those. I love goofing around with those too. I then got picked up by my mum, got back, and I finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and I'm now off to go and get to my PJs and then watch today's Home and Away and UK soaps and Love Island, and to see more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely day. I am in such a good mood with the sunshine. Although it is being very hot at the moment, I love the sunshine, and I got up after a little bit of a lie-in. I then got showered and changed and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, watched a bit of TV and had some bear cuddles, and my dad has put a little fan by Bear to help keep him cool, as he's not doing very well with the heat, bless him, and he hasn't learned yet that if it's hot not to be going out in the sunshine, and he always lies where it's the sunniest, so it always gets really hot. I then got myself ready to go off for a little walk. I had my hat on and my bag and my headphones on, and I was listening to music on my headphones. I just had a nice cold shower just before heading out on my walk, and had my drink of water in my bag to keep hydrated. It's very important to stay hydrated. I then got up to the high street, and I had got some flower starts whilst on my walk up to the high street, and I'll show you guys those. I was able to get some really pretty flower starts whilst on my way up to the high street. I then headed off to have a look into the charity shops. I went off to the bookshop and then to Aldi and TT Jones, and then went off to one of the craft shops and then into one of the cafes and got a peach iced tea and one of the berry yogurts from there. And I'm sure you guys, they do the best peach iced teas in there. They're so delicious, and that berry yogurt was mwah. I then got a little photo shoot of me with my peach iced tea, and I'm sure you guys those snaps I got. A little peach iced tea photo shoot. I sent those to Tash and was just having a nice chat with Tash, and I'm planning to see her tomorrow on my birthday. Cannot believe I'm 29 tomorrow. It's my birthday eve, and we're planning to have a buddy's lunch. I'm gonna head to hers and watch a film and just chill at hers. And then on the way out, I popped to the loo and I got a mirror soft from that, I'm sure you guys. The mirror in that bathroom is so cute with the lanterns either side, and that portrait with that puppy with the birthday hat on is so cute. I then headed off to have a look on some more of the shops. Went off to Smarlings, my favourite little shop to go into that sells prints, socks, stationery, mugs, all things that I absolutely love. And I got some snaps from there, I'm sure you guys. It's so lovely in there, really cozy, and always sell really cool things in there. I was then having a lovely chat with the shopkeepers in there who wished me a lovely birthday for Wednesday. I then made my way back, and whilst on my way back, I stopped off at the corner shop to get a drink for the walk back, and then went off to Aldi and got myself some chicken Caesar wraps. I then made my way back, and on the way back, I was listening to music on my headphones. I then got back and I had my chicken Caesar wraps and just listened to some music and chilled by the fan. I then had my summer shave, so I shaved my front and my back and my shoulders, and I'm feeling nice and cool and refreshed. I then had a nice cold shower and then got a mirror selfie, black and white mirror selfie, and a mirror selfie from the mirror behind me in my Kylie vest, and I'm sure you guys those two snaps now. I absolutely love the confidence boost a body shaves gives me. I am now off to go and write a bit of my journal entry for today and just chill by the fan, listen to a bit of music, and then I'm going to be getting into my top I had on earlier on that I had to put in the wash, and that's currently drying. And then this evening I'm off to go for a birthday surprise from my older brother and sister and my older brother's girlfriend, and I have no idea what it is, and I'm so excited for that, and to see you a bit more of the vlog later on. It's late on in the evening now, and I'm back from being out for my surprise that my older sister, older brother and his girlfriend were doing for me. My older sister came and picked me up, and we headed off for some food before going off for the surprise that they had planned for me. And we were meeting my older brother and his girlfriend at that surprise, and me and my older sister went off to this noodle place that we love to go to, and I'm sure you guys can snap what the noodles I got from there. The noodles were so delicious, and I did attempt to use some chopsticks, but I wasn't very successful, so I ended up getting a normal fork instead. We then went off and got some gelato, and we went and sat on this park and had that, and I had some chocolate brownie and some cherry gelato, which was so delicious. And then me and my older sister went off to meet my older brother and his girlfriend to go off to the surprise, and we were going off to see Matilda, the musical. I've seen before, and I saw it a long time ago and haven't seen it since, so I was very excited. I hadn't seen it in a long time, and we went off next door to the pub to meet my older brother and his girlfriend, who were in there for some drinks, and I got a mirror selfie from there, and show you guys that. Such a cute mirror. It's a really cute pub. I went in there before when going off to Walkie Horror with my family friends when seeing it the first time. Can't believe the next time I'm going to be at the Hippodrome, I'll be in full on drag watching Walkie Horror Picture Show, and I'm so excited for that. We then headed into the Hippodrome, and I got my programme and got myself a bottle of cola, and then we sat and chilled in there, and we were early for a change. Normally we're not as early as we were this evening. We then made our way off to our seats, and it was such an amazing show. The singing, the dancing, the acting, the sets, the costumes, it was all just so amazing. The kids absolutely sang their hearts out. They did so well. It was so good. And I got some snaps from my trip to see Matilda, and I'll show you guys those snaps. It was such a lovely evening. I thank them for such a great evening, such a lovely birthday surprise for my birthday tomorrow. And I also got a snap of the ceiling as the roof could come away, and it made it nice and airy in there as it was so warm. And I got a nice photo of that I'll show you guys. Such a beautiful building with such a beautiful interior, and the columns and the beautiful artwork on the ceilings. Just love that building, and you can actually do tours of the Hippodrome that my older brother was looking into, and I'd love to do that. And then it was the end of the evening, and I thanked my older brother and his girlfriend for coming along to watch the musical, and I'll see you tomorrow. And then they headed off, and me and my older sister made our way back. Then got back, and I had just redone my bedding. I stripped it all off earlier on in the day, and it's now all nice and clean, and it's nothing better than getting into a nice clean bed with nice fresh bedding on it. And I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and then watch today's Home and Away, UK soaps and Love Island, and to see you for more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday, and it's my birthday. I am now 29 years old. Oh my gosh, 1 year until I'm 30. So I got up after a little bit of a lie-in. I then got showered and changed, and got 2 mirror selfies for my bedroom mirror, surrounded by my plushies, and I'll show you guys. I love that little mirror setup with the stars around the mirror and all the cute little plushies underneath the mirror. I then got some breakfast, and I had some porridge, watched a bit of TV and listened to a bit of music, and had some bear cuddles, and they'd put up a happy birthday banner in the living room for me, and I'm sure you guys a snap of that. It's so cute. I then was just listening to a bit of music, and I got my work shifts for next week that we get on Wednesdays. So I quickly wrote those down on a bit of paper to put on the kitchen pin board so that I can remember when I have my shifts, and put them on my journal, and then have forgotten about them. I'm just going to focus on my birthday and not think about work or anything like that until I have to. And then I called up Tash. I was having a lovely chat with her, and she was treating me to a Butty's lunch. So I was heading off to meet her at Butty's, and whilst on my way to meet her, I was listening to music on my headphones. I had my hat on and put some sun cream on, as I didn't want to be getting sunburned, and it was so hot. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow, so tomorrow I don't think I'm going to be doing anything. I then met Tash at Butty's, and she'd got the Butty's for us, and I got myself a drink from there. And on the way to Tash's, where we were going to be having Butty's and watching a film and just chilling out of the heat, I had a drink I got from Butty's, and it helped cool me down, and got some flower snaps on the way back to Tash's, and I'll show you guys those. There's so many beautiful flowers out and about at the moment that I was able to get some snaps of. We then got back to the flat and got the fans on and sat and chilled, and we had the Butty's lunch, and I had a coronation chicken baguette, and then we watched Hocus Pocus, one of my favourite movies, and Tash got me a Lego cactus set and a card, and I'll show you guys snaps of the little movie birthday celebrations and Butty's little afternoon that I had at Tash's. I had a great time at Tash's, and then I went off with Tash to our workplace. I had a drink that had been bought for me at Tom Collins, and I bloody love a Tom Collins. So I had that, and Tash got a snap of me sat on the sofa area with a Tom Collins, and we sat outside in the little umbrella area for a little bit and had our drinks. And then she got 2 mirror selfies with me as we about to leave, and she got those selfies. I love Tash so much. She's my bestie for life, and we had a great time. And Jen came on shift, so she gave me a big hug and wished me a happy birthday. I then headed back to Tash's to get the bag with my present and card in, and Disney's Against Humanity that I'd taken over on Monday night for the pre-birthday celebrations, and I forgot to bring back with me. And then my dad picked me up from outside of Tash's as it was so hot I didn't really fancy walking back as I'd probably end up melting. And I got back and I had a nice cold shower, and I did a TikTok at Tash's using a friend's sound where China saying about being 29, and posted that. And then my mum and dad gave me their birthday card from them, and it's a heated wifey birthday card, and it says happy birthday, I hope it's a heated one. Love heated wifey so much, probably the best birthday card I've ever gotten. And I posted this onto my TikTok using a song from Heated Wifey, and then I was just listening to a bit of music, wrote a bit of my journal entry for today. I've just been chilling by the fan, and my older sister and grandma have now arrived, and older brother and his girlfriend and younger brother and his girlfriend should be arriving shortly, and I'm going to be heading off to hang out with my family and have some more birthday celebrations and to shoot more of the vlog in a little bit. It's late on in the evening now, and my older sister brought my grandma over for my birthday celebrations, and my older brother and his girlfriend arrived, and my younger brother and his girlfriend were running a little bit late as my younger brother had to get back from work before coming over. So I was out in the garden, and me and my older brother and his girlfriend and older sister played some games of Ludo. Also playing Ludo with my older brother's girlfriend. We played a few games on our own, and then my older brother and his girlfriend joined us for some games of Ludo. And then my dad was getting the party spread ready, and I got a snap of that I'll show you guys. Party spread was so good, I ate so much. We ate out in the garden, had the umbrellas up, and there was a little bit of a breeze as it was a little bit later on in the evening, thankfully. And then I opened my cards and my presents. My younger brother and his girlfriend had arrived, and we then had some of my birthday cake, and my grandma had ordered the birthday cake, and they sang happy birthday, and I'm sure you guys a snap of the cake. Such a lovely cake, and it was Victoria sponge, which is my favourite cake. I had a little bit of that, and my grandma had done a homemade trifle and had some of that, and I'm sure you guys. The trifle was so delicious. I love trifle so much. And then my younger brother and his girlfriend had to head home, and me and my older brother and sister and older brother's girlfriend played some games of Uno, and then my grandma got taken home by my older sister. My older sister went off home, and my older brother and his girlfriend headed off home, and I put the birthday cards on the mantelpiece in the living room, and then took my presents that I got up to my bedroom to sort out and put away. And I'm sure you guys a clip of some of the things that I got for my birthday. Here are the things I got for my birthday. My younger sister drew this digitally, which I got a photo of from the castle with all the wisteria all over the castle, and it took her so long and it looks so cool, and she did it for me to put up in mine and Tash's flat when we moved in together. She also got me this little jokey present, and it's socks that say Baldy on, which is a play on Aldi, which I love. And then I got these colouring pens, which are 108 coloured marker pens, and I have these at morning group that I go to on Friday mornings that we use when we're doing our colouring pages, and I really wanted some, and I'm so glad that I've got some for my illustrations. I then got this phone case that has like string to go around your neck to take with me when I'm in Paris going to Disneyland, so that I don't lose my phone. And then Amy also got me this punch art, which I'm going to be doing with my older sister and younger sister at my older sister's house. So our younger sister's going to teach us how to do that. I also got this from Tash, which is a succulent Lego set, and these black and blue Lego bricks that are black and blue, which is so cute. I then got some more trackies. I got this K-pop Demon Hunter Rumi doll, and then I got some sunflowers to put in my little cowboy boots, and then these little plant pot little flowers to dot around the flat with me and Tash moving together. I then got this Barbie doll, and she comes with a cast on her arm, which is so cute, and it has little messages on. And then last but not least, I got some heated ivory key rings to put on my bag, and they're so cute. Now I'll put the things I got for my birthday away and have a few things that I'm going to be opening tomorrow, and have had such a lovely birthday. Cannot believe I'm 29 now, 1 year to 30, and thank you for all the birthday wishes on social media and all the cards and gifts. It's been such a great day, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today. And I'm going to put that away, get into my PJs and watch today's Home and Away, UK soaps and Love Island, and just see you for more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday, and I got up after a little bit of a lie-in. I then had some Cookie Crisp cereal for my breakfast and watched a bit of TV, listened to a bit of music and was having some bear cuddles, and then I was just working on some new illustrations and colouring some of those in by using the new pens I got for my birthday, and I'll show you guys a clip of one of my new illustrations that I coloured in using those new pens. Here's my new illustration for you guys, coloured in using these new pens I got for my birthday. They have lots of different shades of colours, and I cannot wait to use all of these colouring in my new illustrations. Now back to the illustration itself. She's got these green sparkly high heel boots on, then this heart cut dress with green polka dots on, like a turquoise green polka dot, a little waffled lace bit above the heart cut of the dress, and then she has this puffy long sleeved shirt with a brooch and a collar, a pearl necklace, a pom-pom earring, a black lip. I love the black winged eyeliner and lashes, long black flowing hair, and then this black handbag, long black acrylic nails and a ring on. And I love all of the green and like emerald colour on the dress. It's so pretty. These pens are so good. They have them at Morning Group where I go on Friday mornings, and I've always wanted to get some, and I'm so happy that I've been able to get them, and they make my illustrations look so good and add to the details on the illustrations and give them a little bit of colour. And then I was just listening to a bit of music, watching some vlogs and TikToks and some fairy dog and cat videos and sea lion videos. I then had some lunch, and for my lunch I had some egg mayonnaise sandwiches and had a Cola Zero, and it been in the fridge so it's nice and cold, and it's so hot out there. And I then ended up having a little bit of a nap, and then I opened up my heated ivory key rings that I got for my birthday yesterday to put on my bag, and I'm showing you guys a clip of those and of them on my bag. Here are the key rings I got for my birthday, which are heated ivory related, and I have this one with both Edie and Shane facing away, and you can see the backs of their hockey jerseys, and then I have the hockey jerseys with their names and their numbers on. This is Hollander 24, and was North 81, and can't wait to put these on my crossbody bag, and I'll show you guys those on my body cross bag. Here they are on my crossbody bag. They look so good. These are such cute key rings. They look so good. I then watched some stuff off of Cord, listened to a bit of music, and was watching some vlogs and some TikToks. Did some TikToks and posted those, and then I got the sunflowers that I got for my birthday yesterday, pretend ones, to put in my cowboy boot, and I got those sorted out, and I'll show you guys a clip of those. Here's my cowboy boot that I did at the pottery painting place over in Chepstow with my mum and older sister, and I've got some pretend sunflowers in here. As you guys know before, they were a wheel and they ended up falling over due to the wind, and this got broken, so I had to get fixed. But I love how they look, and they look really realistic, and can't wait to add this to my desk. They look so good, and although they're not well, they look quite realistic, and they're not going to die or wilt like the normal ones, and they look so pretty on my desk. I then was just working on some new illustrations, coloring some of those in and reading some more of The Last Romeo, and had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and then it cooled down a little bit and the wind had picked up, so there's a little bit of a breeze. So I then popped to the shops to get some drink for this evening for our games night, and I'm just going to have a little piggy tea, and I'm just going to bring some stuff left over from my party tea for my birthday yesterday, and I've got that ready, and I'm going to be taking Disney's Cards Against Humanity as well. I then called up Tash and had a lovely chat with her on the way back. I was just asking her how her day had been at work, and on the way back I got some flower snaps to show you guys. I was able to get some really beautiful flower snaps whilst on my way back, and those pink roses are such a beautiful colour. I then listened to the music on my headphones. I had my hat on and some sun cream on. I had lots of sun cream on. I did not want to be getting burnt. I then got back and was working on a little bit more of my short story that I've been working on. Listened to a bit of music. I was watching some old episodes of Emmerdale on the drama channel, and now I'm just going to be chilling by the fan before going off to Jen's for games night and picky tea this evening, and just see a little bit more to vlog when I'm back from that. It's late on the evening now, and I'm back for being at Jen's for games night. A little belated birthday celebrations for me, as we weren't able to do it on Tuesday evening as I was at Hippodrome watching Matilda, and it's just been my birthday yesterday. So I got there and I was there before the others, and Jen and the kids wished me a happy birthday for yesterday and got me this beautiful little bunch of flowers, really nice yellow roses, and I'm going to put that on my desk. It's so sweet of them to do that. I was just chatting with Jen about how my birthday had been, and we then were just chilling in the living room waiting for Tash, Jazz and Amelia to arrive, and then Tash, Jazz and Amelia arrived and we were having a little picky tea, and I brought along some stuff and had gone off to the co-op to get some stuff from there before getting to Jen's, and I got some cash out as I had to get some out as I hadn't got any out on Sunday like I normally do for the week ahead. So I got some more because I like to be able to see what I'm spending instead of tapping as much. I helped me budget a little bit, and we then had the PT and went and put our feet in a little paddling pool we had in the garden to help cool us down, and there's a little bit of a breeze, and I'll show you guys snaps from this evening's games night. The PT we had was so delicious, and being able to put our feet into the paddling pool was really good. There's a little bit of a breeze as it got a little bit later on. There was a little bit of a wind picking up, which is quite nice to help cool us down. And we just chilled out in the garden, chatting away, and we're having just such a lovely evening. And then we ended up coming inside, and we had some magnums for our pudding that Tash had brought along, and there were pistachio ones, dark chocolate ones, and white chocolate ones, and I had a white chocolate magnum. I love white chocolate magnums, they're so delicious. We then played a game of Trivial Pursuit and then called it a night, and I got dropped by Amelia, Tash and Jazz, and thanked them for a lovely evening. I then got in and was just having a nice chat with my mum about how my evening had been, and I'm now off to go and get into my PJs, finish my journal entry for today, and then put that away, and then I'm going to be watching today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and just see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday, and it's the end of the week and almost the weekend, and I got up, showered and changed, ready to go off to morning group, and I watched a little bit of TV, just a bit of music, and was having some bear cuddles and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. My mum then dropped me off to morning group. I got to morning group and they were all asking me how my birthday was on Wednesday, so I was telling them all about that. So I can't believe I'm now 29, almost 30. Oh my gosh, 30 next year, it's crazy. And then we were doing some baking, and we were going to be making some pizzas, and we always love doing baking at morning group. It's always so much fun, and we had some fans on in the kitchen, so it's helping keep us nice and cool as it's still so warm out there, and had some iced water in a jug, so we were helping ourselves to water whilst doing the baking to keep hydrated, and it was so much fun. I was helping some of the others with the baking, as I'm actually quite quick at baking, so I was helping with some of the others who were struggling a little bit, and then we put those in to cook, and we had some coffees and tea and biscuits, and I had a cup of tea and some chocolate digestives. I always love chocolate digestives. I'm a dunker of biscuits in my tea, and unfortunately I dunked one and half of it fell into my tea, so that was a nice surprise once I finished my tea. I then popped to the loo and got 2 motorcycles from there, and it's beach themed, and I'm sure you guys that. These 2 motorcycles I got from there are so cute. And then our pizzas were ready, and I'm sure you guys the pizza that I did at morning group. pizza I did at morning group turned out really well, and it's shaped like a heart, which is so cute. We then did some colouring in pages, and I told them how I'd got the same colouring pens that they have at morning group for my birthday, and they are such great colouring pens. And then it was the end of the session. I then got picked up by my mum, and then my mum dropped me off to the garden centre, my happy place, and I got into the garden centre and it was lovely and air-conned in there, which was really nice to help cool it down. And I got some flower snacks from there that I'll show you guys. We have a load of new dahlias in, so I was able to get some really pretty snaps of some of the dahlias, which are some of my favourite flowers to get snaps of. I then headed off to the home section. I was having a lovely look around there. I got some snaps of some of the home displays in there. We've got such cute home displays in there with lots of summery bits, really cute pots and pillows and blankets and tote bags, and those vegetable plant pots are so cute. I then got a mirror selfie from this bumblebee mirror. That bumblebee mirror is so adorable. I then had a look around at the stationery and the plushies and toys and the clothes section, and then went off and got some sweets and some more rose lemonade, and I'll show you guys a clip of that. I got some rainbow fizzy sweets and some jelly beans and this pink rose lemonade. Love this pink rose lemonade, it's so good, and can't wait to tuck into these sweets. Really loving my jelly beans at the moment. I then went off to the plant section and I got some plant snaps, and they had a load of new plant displays, so I was having a lovely look around there, and I'll show you guys some plant snaps that got from there. We've got such beautiful plant displays with lots of beautiful succulents and cactuses and pretty patterned leaves and plant pots, and those sea creature plant pots are so cute. I then went off to the cafe and I got an eclair and had a pot of tea with that, and I'll show you guys. I then sat in there and it was air-conned, which is beautiful, and they had some really good music playing, and just sat and chilled in there for a little bit. And then I headed off outside of the garden centre where they had some more dahlias and really beautiful flowers, and got some more flower snaps from that I'll show you guys. I just love flower and plant photography so much. That garden centre is my happy place. I could stay there all day if I could. I was then having a look at some of the conservatories and greenhouses that you now have out the back of the garden centre. I remember as a kid, me and my siblings used to play mums and dads in those little outhouses and be running in and out, and always having so much fun. And then I made my way back, and whilst on my way back I was listening to music on my headphones, enjoying the sunshine and blue skies, had my hat on and a lot of sun cream on as I didn't want to be burning myself. And then on my way back I stopped off at one stop and got myself a drink for work this evening and a drink for tomorrow's shift, and got myself some chicken Caesar wraps. I then got back and had a nice cold refreshing shower to help cool me down. There's a little bit of a breeze, but it's still pretty hot out there. I then had a cup of tea with some of my custard cream biscuits I got from One Stop, and I then had my chicken Caesar wraps, and I love chicken Caesar wraps so much. They're so good. I was then just watching some vlogs and TikToks and listening to some music and working on my short story that I'm working on, and I got 2 mirror selfies from my golden mirror with the bow on, and I'll show you guys those. That golden mirror with the bow on is so cute. I got it from TK Maxx. It's such a good TK Maxx find. I love going to TK Maxx because you can always get some really good things from there. And I'm loving how my desk is looking at the moment, and with the sunflowers behind me and my cowboy boot, it's just so cute. And I'm now off to go and chill before going off to work this evening. I'm doing work 5 till close, and you'll see with a bit more of the vlog later on. It's late on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at work. I've worked doing 5 till close, so I got myself ready for work, and then my dad brought me to work. I then got into work, got clocked in and put my bag away, and got my drink out to have for work. And Tash was just finishing work, so I was having a good chat with her just before she headed off, and I showed Ellie and Tash the heated rivy keyrings that I'd got and put on my body cross bag that I'd taken to work with me, and then Tash headed off, and it was just me and Ali to start with. So I was just getting on with some of the cleaning and clothes jobs that I could get done, and I was running some food and drinks, doing some food and drink orders and drinks making, and I was doing some pint pouring, and it was quite busy. We had a lot of people sat outside enjoying the sunshine, having all sorts of apple spritz and milkshakes, smoothies and wines. And then I was just polishing cutlery, putting some glasses away and some cutlery and pots and cups and stuff away. And then one of our colleagues, Emily, came on shift, and we just running lots of food and drinks, cleaned tables, and had a great music placed on. I had a great team on, and we were having such a good evening. It made the shift go so quickly, and then Emily finished at about 8ish, and then me and Ali were just smashing the closes jobs, and then one of our colleagues came in with one of our workers, and they had some drinks, so I was chatting with them outside when picking glasses up off some of the tables and getting those through glass wash, and put loads of glasses away with quite a few trays of glasses to put away. And then after work, me and Ali had some drinks, as she wasn't able to come to my pre-birthday drinks on Monday night, so we had some for belated birthday drinks instead, and Tash came and joined us, and I had a Pole Violet gin with lemonade, which is so delicious. I got a snap of that, and we also got a selfie together, and show you guys the cocktail and the snap that I got of me, Ali and Tash. I love those girls, and it was such a lovely evening. Had lots of chatter, lots of laughter, and then we headed off, and I got my headphones on and headed off on my way back, and also some music on my headphones. And then got back, got into my PJs, and before that I was just sat in my work shorts. My top had been put in the wash, cleaner and ready for work tomorrow, and was sat enjoying the nice fresh cool air. And I got a snap of these pretty patterned lanterns that my younger sister got for our mum, and it's so pretty, and I'll show you guys that. Dad's going to hang those up, and it's going to look so beautiful in the evenings. I then had my tea, and for my tea I had a chicken Caesar salad, and I'll show you guys that. The chicken Caesar salad that I had for my tea was so delicious. Tesco's always do such great chicken Caesar salads. I then finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away. I got my uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing an 11 till 3, which means I get to have a little bit of a lie-in, and I'm then going to be getting dropped up to the high street for about 10ish, so I could go off to the flower shop to get some flower snaps and plant snaps, and have a look at some of the child shots before work. And I then was just listening to a bit of music whilst writing a little bit of my short story that I've been working on, and I'm now off to go and watch this Home Away in UK 6 and Love Island, and it's Castlemore soon, and I'm so excited for all the drama that's going to unfold. I love how dramatic it gets, and I hope you guys all have a lovely evening, and just see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely start to your weekend. I had work doing 11 till 3, which meant I was able to have a little bit of a lie-in. I then got up and I got showered and changed, and had written my journal entry from yesterday, as I didn't get round to finishing it last night. I then was just listening to a bit of music, watched a bit of TV, and had some bear cuddles. And then I had some breakfast. I had some toast with a cup of tea, I had a bit of jam toast, and then I was just listening to a bit of music, and I ended up walking to work, and it was a lovely sunny day with beautiful blue skies. And whilst on my way up to work, I was listening to music on my headphones. I then got up to the high street and went off to have a look around some of the child shops, went into the book shop and into one of the craft shops, and then went into Aldi and was having a look around at the Best Buy section. And on the way out from Aldi, they had lots of trolleys full of plants and flowers, and they had some dahlias in, and I've got some dahlia snaps that I'll show you guys. Dahlias are some of my favourite flowers to get snaps of, and they had such beautiful colours and patterns on. I then saw my family friends who had been away on holiday, and my mum and dad were looking after the cats whilst they were away, and they said how they were going to pop in to see my mum and dad to give them a thank you gift for looking after the cats. And I was chatting with them about how my birthday had been, and asking them how their holiday had been, and so I had a nice chat with them. I then got into work. I got clocked in and put my bag away. I got my drink out to have for work. I had some of that, and it was me and 3 other colleagues on shift. Tash was on coffee, Chaos and Emily were on bar. One of them was on float, so they were on bar, but also on floor as well, helping me. And I was mainly on floor, running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, and so on, chatting to some of the regulars. And we were quite busy with the sunshine. It brought lots of people in, so we had quite a lot of people sit inside and outside. And I was cleaning lots of tables outside, washing cutlery, putting clean plates and saucers away and glasses away. I put so many trays of glasses away. And then Chaos got to finish early as she was on a split shift, and then Emily got to finish at about 2ish, and I was supposed to be finishing at 3, but instead I ended up finishing at about 3:30ish. I was going to be finishing at 4, but once the late afternoon rush had finished, I did a massive clean up of the tables, brought in loads of glasses from outside, and then Tash was like, "You can go home." So I thanked her for a lovely shift, and then I clocked off and I got changed into this t-shirt that I'm in now, and then I headed off and had a look around some of the child shops and got myself a drink from the corner shop. I got an Oasis. I'm loving the Oasis blackcurrant version at the moment, and then went off and had a look around some more of the shops and popped to one of the cafes and got a cake from there and got a mirror selfie from the mirror they have in there that I'll show you guys. The mirror selfie I got from that cafe is so beautiful. I love that pretty pattern wallpaper with the plant print on. I then went off to the corner shop and got myself another blackcurrant Oasis. It's my favourite drink at the moment. It's just so good. I then got picked up by my dad. I got back and put my work clothes in the wash. I was just chatting with my mum and dad about how my day had been at work, and showed them these angel cakes I got given by one of my colleagues as a belated birthday gift with a card. It's so sweet of them to do that, and these look so delicious. And I'm now off until Wednesday. I'm not working until Wednesday daytime. I'm doing 9 till 3, and it's the first time working with just Tash in a daytime for a long time, so I'm very excited for that. It's going to be such a good shift, absolute dream team, and I'm off now until then. I've got the next few days off. I was supposed to work Sunday evening, but gave that to Jazz as she wanted some more hours, and then I had a cup of tea and some custard cream biscuits and read some more of the last Romeo that I'm trying to get finished before I get the latest Heartstopper book, which is the 6th and final volume of the series, and I'm so excited for that book to be out. And then the movie comes out on the 17th, and I'm very excited but also sad to have it ending. It's going to be very exciting with it all being finished and wrapped up with a little bow, and know that it's going to be such a great film, and I just love that show so much, and the books. I then watched some vlogs, some TikToks, and funny dog and cat videos and CLM videos, and was working on a little bit of my short story that I've been working on at the moment, and I've been really loving getting back into writing as I had a little bit of writer's block. I then was working on some new illustrations from Carlos Dazen using the new pens I got for my birthday, and they're so good, and I've just been loving using those on my new illustrations. I then tidied up my office and dolls and dollhouse a little bit, and then for my tea I had the pizza that I did at Morning Group yesterday, and it was so delicious. I then watched some episodes of Friends and had some of my gherkins that I got a massive jar of, and I just love gherkins so much. And there's no Love Island on this evening, as it's the Best Bits episode where it shows bits that haven't been aired, and I'm not really a big fan of that one, so I normally don't watch that. But on Sunday night it's going to be Casa Amor, which I'm so excited about. I love Casa Amor with all the drama. It's going to be so good, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today and put that away, and then I'm going to be starting this BBC drama, which is a 10-part drama series about Mary Bennett, and it's called The Other Bennett Sister, and it's all about her coming out of her sister's shadows and her coming into her own. And I've seen lots of TikToks about it, and I'm finally getting around to watching it, and I can't wait to start watching that. and just see more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I got up after a bit of a lie-in. I then got showered and changed and had some buttered toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. Watched a bit of TV, and I was just watching a bit of Storage Wars. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and I ended up heading down to my town's castle. And on the way there, I got a snap of the church right next door, and we'll show you guys that. It's such a beautiful church. Fun fact for you guys, I got christened in that church. I then got into the castle, and I got some snaps for the town's castle and grounds, and I'll show you guys those. It's such a beautiful castle. I'm so lucky to have it on my doorstep. I can go and explore. I was having a lovely stroll around the grounds and enjoying the sunshine and beautiful blue skies. I then headed off to the gardens, which are so beautifully kept, and got some flower snaps on there that I'll show you guys. I've got such beautiful roses. The rose garden is always so stunning with all the beautiful colourful roses. I then headed off inside of the castle and went off to the lounges where you can have afternoon teas, which I've had before, or you can just pop in when passing by and go in for a hot or cold beverage. And I've had a few hot chocolates in there before, which is so good, and always give you a gingerbread biscuit or shortbread with the hot chocolate, which is really cute. And I got some snacks for the lounges to show you guys. The lounges are so beautiful with all the beautiful stained glass windows and the chandeliers and the tapestries and the fireplaces and all the portraits of King Henry VIII as he stayed there. And it's just such a pretty castle, and they have classical music playing as well. It's just so cozy in there. I then got some mirror selfies from the castle. These mirrors are so beautiful. I then made my way off up to the high street, and I went off to one of the cafes and got a peach iced tea from there, and I'll show you guys that. The peach iced teas they're doing now are so good, and I got a snap of that in front of this massive green plant from where I was sitting. I then went off and had a look around some of the chai shops that were surprisingly open on a Sunday. Not many are normally open, but there were 2 or 3 that were open. So I had a look in there, and then I got myself a Greg's lunch and had that, and I'll show you guys. I had a cheese onion bake and an Oasis. I had a blackcurrant Oasis. I'm loving my blackcurrant Oasis at the moment. It's becoming my favourite drink, and had a custard slice. And then I went off to have a look in Aldi and went off to the Best Buy section, and then on the way out I got another snap of some of the dailies from the little flower section they have outside the front of the shop, and I'll show you guys that. They're such beautiful flowers. I love dailies, and they were the last ones there, so I thought they wouldn't be leaving them on their own, and I thought they were coming home with me, so I bought those. And then whilst on the way back, I was listening to music on headphones and just having a lovely stroll and enjoying a little bit of the breeze that we had. And I went off to one stop and got cash out for the next week so that I don't tap on my card as much. I like to see how much I'm spending, how's my budget. And then phoned up Tash and was having a nice chat with her. And then I got back and my dad had brought my grandma over for tea, and I watched Wicked, which is such a great movie. And then we watched a little bit of the live action Matilda, the musical that came out a few years ago, which is the same as the theatre show that I saw on Tuesday night, and it was just such a great show, and I really love it. I love Emma Thompson in the live action. She plays such a good Trunchbull, but I think personally my favourite was probably 1996's version. And then I got a clip of the dailies that I got put in this ladybird vase little plant pot out in the garden, and I'll show you guys that. Here are the dailies I got from Aldi. I put them in this little ladybird little plant pot, and you just need to get some soil from Dobby's to add a little bit more, and they're already looking a lot better. We just need to get some soil from Dobby's, and any excuse for me to go to Dobby's. You guys know how much I love a garden centre, so I'll be getting that to put in the plant pot. And then we had our tea, and for tea we had a picky tea. It was so delicious. And then we had some jelly that our grandma had made for us, which was so delicious. And then we watched a little bit of TV. We watched a bit of Auntie's Weird Show and David Attenborough documentary. And then my dad dropped my grandma home, and I'm not off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today. And then I'm going to be watching New Love Island, and it's the start of Castle More, and I'm so excited for that. And hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and all have a great new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog very soon.